Once you register for Dockit, you'll receive an email with a link to the app, and it will have a temporary password in it. So we're going to enter the password information, and then you'll arrive at the Can Boat screen. This is Sarah's dashboard. Anything that is a current activity will appear on her dashboard. So now you can see Sarah has one unread message. So this is a chat that's ongoing with her friend Melody Pearson. At one point, Melody invited Sarah to come to an anchorage. You can see that message here. And she put the location in. So this is a very cool feature. If you're at anchor or you're on your slip or wherever and you want to invite somebody, you can use this. You can check this box here to let them know where you are. Clicking the home button takes you to the dashboard. So we see now there's no red messages. This is Sarah's admin section. This is your profile. This is the first thing a boater is going to want to complete. You can upload your photo here. We recommend that you change your password when you first log in. And if you need to, you can deactivate your account. Everything's populated. And the beauty of Dockit is that on any kind of forms or information that you are responding to, especially if you're connected to a marina or another sponsor, all of your information is pre-populated into forms. So that's a cool thing. So you can see here all of her information is she's uploaded a photo of her vessel, the name, she has a Catalina 42, she's connected to Bayport Yachting Center in Midland. Now we'll go to the side menu. I'm looking at Dockit right now on a desktop, but your menu will look different on a tablet and on your cell. You just saw the chat, and this is a great feature. You can invite any boater into your fleet. If they are a registered Docker user, you can share a joint code. You'll just send this code to one of your friends. You can send it to them in your email. You can search registered boaters. So let me see if I look at C'est La Vie. I'm going to invite Louisa Waterway. And an email's been sent to her inviting her to join. The third way is you can send an email to someone to join. If they're not registered, they'll get an invitation to join Dockit, and they can accept it or not. And then they'll be part of your fleet. When someone's in your fleet, you can share your photo galleries that you can create. You can make a gallery private or share it. Your boating friends in your fleet can comment on it and like it. It's a very robust system. We have a ship's blog. You can add an entry. It's very detailed. The cool thing is you can add an entry, your login time, all the details, upload a photo. You can decide to keep your blog private, or you can end up sharing it with someone outside using a URL link. If you're trying to track your fuel consumption, you can add all this information about what your fuel usage was, and on the next entry, it will pick up the prior fuel entries and continue on. So at the end of your trip, you could have a concise figure of what you used up in your fuel. Under Boating Tools, we have a weather app of your location. This is where you can add some notes and reminders. I had special boat napkins that I really like. I added an image. You can put a reminder date that you have a great running track of notes and reminders. Let's add a task. Get more ice. And I'm going to say I want this for this coming weekend. It's January, but in Nova Scotia we wouldn't be ordering ice, but we'll put this in anyway. And then the due date, the reminder, maybe I'll do it the day before, and then we're going to save it. And then once you've completed the task, you check it off. On many of our modules, there is a print function. You can search on most columns in ascending or descending order. Maintenance log is a fantastic for any boat owner. You can add so much information on your maintenance log. The task name, the details, when the date was planned, send a reminder on when it was completed. And then you can add a document. You could add notes that the service provider gave you or your receipt. You're tracking all of your details for your boat maintenance here. A vessel inventory is similar to maintenance log. Let's look at the deck hardware. We entered all this information, when we purchased it, when the warranty expiry date is, what the value is, and then you can add any kind of PDF. how to care for your boat cover, canvas warranty, so everything is at your fingertips. If you ever have a fire or theft on your boat, this information is essential. You can download, export it as a spreadsheet or as a PDF. So if you're an insurance provider or you're selling the boat, you can just export it. When my husband and I were boating, we loved our checklists, and we personally use these all the time. So for example, our anchoring checklist. Turn on the anchor washdown breaker. Turn on your headsets. Make sure they're charged. Reduce the scope of towing bridle. All this detail. So as you complete each item, you know you haven't missed a critical step. And then at the end of the situation, you can clear those and reuse them again. You can edit your checklist, so you can add new items, change the order of them. It's very versatile. Let's move on to boating safety. We want to make sure that every Canadian boater is as safe as they can possibly be. Here is a boating safety guide with general information on boating, and this will be updated regularly. Safety gear is a great feature. You can select whatever your vessel is. If, say, it's personal watercraft, it's going to tell you what safety equipment you should have on board. You can view the checklist, and you can actually make notes where it's located. I'm going to edit this, where it's located under seat, and we have 2 of them on board. So now if you were ever boarded by the Coast Guard or they came on to do a check, you have all this at your fingertips. If you are going on a longer cruise, it's always great to have a float plan. Put your name, your address, all your details. Now your emergency contact, their phone number, their email, your vessel name, all the details. See how it's all populated automatically from when you put the initial information in, all your details, your boat license number, how many people are on board, where you're leaving from, your departure date. You put all this information, who you would want contacted if they couldn't find you, the search rescue phone. Once you add a check-in time, we're leaving today and we plan to be back next Saturday. I'm going to say 24 hours is what I want, because sometimes things happen on your trips. You get delayed, the weather delays you. Now, once you've saved this, once that information is entered into your float plan, here's what will happen. After 24 hours, I personally will get an email and a Dockit notification to say, hey, your float plan said you were going to check in after 24 hours and you haven't yet. You'll get a reminder, and then if you don't check in within that certain amount of time, your emergency contact will get an email. You are covered. You can sell your used boating items in the marketplace section. So for example, here's a dinghy that's for sale. You could upload your image, any details you want, and then you can message the broker to negotiate the sale.